Calgary. Now, students will soon have the option to return to school in Alberta. And if you plan on sending your child, there are a lot more things to be aware of now when you're setting them up for success. So we're connecting with Christy Robinson from Sparx Organizing to go through it all. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. You're such a wealth of information when it comes to organizing. Now, in this time, Christy, one thing that's top of mind for parents is obviously health. So you've got a simple solution for a COVID kit of sorts?
I do. It's kind of more to have it organized within a containment and within a package. You could do something as simple as a Ziploc bag. This one's a reusable bag. I do like the fabric reusable bags because then you throw them in the wash or maybe in the dishwasher and you can disinfect them. But everything that you put in it, just make sure that it has a label. And I can't stress that enough. Even when you're organizing your home, so you've got a label for hand sanitizer, you've got a label for the masks. One thing in particular with the cloth masks is Mabel's Labels has this absolute fantastic, it's called the clothing stamp. So all you need to do is you can just have it customized with your first name, last name, whatever you prefer, and then you can just stamp the inside of the mask, any type of clothing that you're sending to school with your kid. Just makes it a lot easier for our teachers.
Oh, I love that. I've never heard of that. It's a great idea. So let's move on to the backpack. I know it's a huge part for kids going back to school. Organizing it, any tips?
Yes. So just again, in the backpack, I kind of like to keep everything into pitches when you put everything in. And the same kind of thing, you could do fabric ones, silicone ones. You don't have to get fancy. Just get a standard Ziploc bag, but just make sure you take a permanent marker and write your name on it or your child's name on it. So then that way they know whose it is. And you're actually at home with your backpacks, find a hook system where you can hang it up so then it's out of the way, maybe a hook in your garage, something simple so you have to bring that into the house.
You know what? I love this, and I still have items in my closet today that have my name written on the inside neck, and yes, I still wear them. All right, so let's talk about lunch, something they need every single day. So how can we make it easy for the kids?
I think in terms of lunch, again, we just want to make sure everything's labeled. Bento boxes are huge for the elementary school system age, Again, just make sure you've got a label on everything. If you've got forks and knives, it sounds a little excessive, but again, throw a label on each individual item. Trust me, my mom was an elementary school teacher. COVID or not, teachers appreciate it. So just make sure you've got that. And then when you're coming at home, have a fun little bin, maybe in your pantry, on the floor of your pantry. It says lunch kits. You throw it all in there. You're done. It's organized at home too.
Right, and during a pandemic, it's really important to make sure the kids hold on to their own stuff and not share as much as maybe they're used to. Now, nowadays, tech is a huge part of school for students, so how can we keep this clutter-free and easy for everyone to manage?
Yeah, and again, that's something that can just have such a simple, easy solution. So here, this is just a mesh bag. Again, use a Ziploc bag. We don't have to get fancy. You can use those as well. And then with cords and things like that, again, just use your band. It's fantastic. It's easy. Then the kids can just take their cords, put a rubber band, throw it in a bag, throw it in the backpack. Done. They're good. Don't want to overcomplicate anything.
That's right. I've even had to use hair bands, hair elastics sometimes when I didn't have the rubber bands. Christy, any last tips for us?
No, I think, you know what, at the end of the day, like I say all the time, just make sure everything has a home. You'll see here I've got a mask spin, kind of the sign of the times that we're in. Just make sure whatever you've got, whether it be back to school or at home, it has a home to go back to.
Okay, find a home for everything. I love it. Okay, Christy, thank you so much.
Yes.
Have a wonderful morning. And you can follow Christy on Instagram at Sparx Organizing.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.